Ankara ornaments. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Translation: the transcendental ornaments of Srimati Radharani's body include the 8 sattvikas or transcendental symptoms, the 33 vyabhichari bhavas beginning with harsha or jubilation in natural love, and the 20 bhavas or ecstatic emotional ornaments. Okay. This one's a little technical, but we'll go step by step. Okay, purport. The 33 vyabhichari bhavas, bodily symptoms manifest in ecstatic love, are as follows: 1. Nirveda, indifference. 2. Vishada, moroseness. 3. Dainya, meekness. 4. Glani, a feeling that one is in a faulty position. 5. Shrama, fatigue. 6. Mada, madness. 7. Garva, pride. 8. Shanka, doubt. 9. Trasha, shock. 10. Avega, intense emotion. 11. Unmada, craziness. 12. Apashmara, forgetfulness. 13. Vyadi, disease. 14. Moha, bewilderment. 15. Mriti, death. 16. Alasya, laziness. 17. Jadya, invalidity. 18. Vrida, shame. 19. Avahita, concealment. 20. Smriti, remembrance. 21. Vitarka, argument. 22. Chinta, contemplation. 23. Mati, attention. 24. Dhriti, forbearance. 25. Harsha, jubilation. 26. Autsukya, eagerness. 27. Augriya, violence. 28. Amarsha, anger. 29. Ashuya, jealousy. 30. Chapalya, impudence. 31. Nidra, sleep. 32. Shupti, deep sleep. And 33. Prabodha, awakening. Srila Prabhupada Ki. Vrindavan is a very, very emotional place. Spiritual life is a very, very emotional practice. And if you're looking for peace, then don't come to Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is not about shanti. It's not about peace. It's not about equalizing and ridding oneself of all their emotions. The essence of life is to experience emotion. Therefore, in the whole world, everything is moving on the basis of ras. Everyone is trying to taste ras. When I say ras, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Thank you, thank you. I knew you were going to say that. Ras. Yes, we think of juice. When we think of ras, we think of juice. So yes, there are different rasas which give us different tastes in this world. And therefore, everything that everyone is doing is moving on the basis of ras. You cannot live a day without this. Therefore, Rupa Goswami is explaining in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, how do you actually develop the ras that the heart is seeking for? In this world, people all have a different taste, isn't it? Food, everyone has different taste. If you go to Bengal, it's an offense to cook a meal without rice. Once I was in Mayapur and there was a serving prasadam, and like they come with this massive pot of rice, so immediately I thought, half, less. So he was serving everyone. He came to me, I said, less, little bit. He put. And then as he walked past my plate, there was only a little bit, and all the Bengali devotees looked around at me as though I committed a maha offense. I was like, wow, this much rice? So if If you're in Bengal, there must be rice. If you're Gujarati, then everything must have some sugar in it only, everything. If you're in South India, everything has to have coconut in it, isn't it? South Indian dish, everything, coconut with everything. So everyone has a different palate, different rasa, even dress. Everyone has a different style of dress. You look at someone else's dress and you say, "Whoa, man, no, I'd never dress like that. Not my taste." It's interesting when brahmacharis graduate from the ashram. Because for years they've been wearing, like it's a bit restrictive sometimes, brahmachari life. And then you go out and then the full expression comes out, Because you can see, even when devotees dance in the kirtan, and only when it gets very ecstatic and everyone loses a sense, you can understand what type of music they used to listen to when they were young, all the moves start coming out. Clothes, music, dress, recreation. Do you still have the rust for football? Well, everyone's like, no, man. No. I've been seeing your WhatsApp updates. But some people can't stand football. In India, it's all about cricket. Football, cricket. And the ladies are looking at all of it thinking, it's all no taste. Cricket, sitting around watching 11 guys run around chasing a ball. So it's interesting, everyone just has a different rasa. So, Rupa Goswami explains that material rasa is an acquired taste. Isn't it? Material things, you don't immediately enjoy it. It takes time. Just like, how many of you, maybe it's not a good example, how many people when they smoke a cigarette for the first time is like, wow, ecstatic. Is it? For the first time? I don't know, I don't have personal experience. You don't. It's an acquired taste. And Rupa Goswami says, because material rasa is an acquired taste, therefore it's a relative taste. Therefore some people like some things and other people don't like other things. And he says, because material rasa is an acquired taste, therefore it's a relative taste. And because it's a relative taste, therefore it's a temporary taste. Therefore, chapala sukha. It comes and goes. No rasa anymore. Try something different. So Rupa Goswami says the whole world is chasing rasa, but they're looking for the right thing in the wrong place. He says bhakti rasa, on the other hand, is not an acquired taste. It's an awakened taste. See? There's a difference between an acquired taste, which is coming from external, and there's a difference between an awakened taste that's already within you, nitya siddha, Krishna prem, sadhya kabunoi, shravanadi sudachite, kareye udoi. It's an awakened taste, bhakti rasa. And because it's an awakened taste, it's a universal taste, an absolute taste. Everyone has it. George Harrison said everyone is looking for Krishna. Some know it, some don't. But they're all looking for the Hare Krishnas. Krishna at least. And because it's an awakened taste, and that means it's an absolute taste, therefore Rupa Goswami says it's an eternal taste. Or what he writes in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Amrita. No death, no end, no cessation, no sense of it becoming hackneyed, as Prabhupada would say. So these are the varieties of tastes we have at our disposal. And the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is the society which is meant to help you awaken bhakti rasa. There's no other reason for coming to a Hare Krishna temple, no other reason apart from the opportunity that this society is giving for you to experience bhakti rasa. Where did Srila Prabhupada get the word Krishna consciousness from? A verse by Rupa Goswami. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati kriyatam yadi kutopi labhyate tatra laulyam api mulyam ekalam janma koti sukrate na labhyate. Where's the term Krishna consciousness coming from? Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati. This is basically where the word Krishna consciousness comes from. It basically means the ability to relish the mellow of bhakti rasa. That is Krishna consciousness. So you could say we are also the International Society of Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati. Same thing. So, be in no doubt, the only purpose of coming to this temple is so that you can experience bhakti rasa. Everything else is only a detail. Every other activity that we do here, every other endeavor that we make, every other project that we initiate is only to give people an opportunity to experience bhakti rasa. And so, if you want to know whether you're actually fulfilling the purpose of coming to a Krishna conscious temple, just ask yourself, how much taste do I have for bhakti rasa? And how much taste do I have for material rasa? See, there are different levels of how people engage with bhakti rasa. For many people, bhakti rasa is just one rasa amongst many other rasas in their life. Monday is career rasa, Saturday is cricket rasa, and Sunday is Krishna rasa. Career, Krishna, and cricket. And so for many people, bhakti rasa is just one of the rasas. I like it, no. I like coming to the Krishna temple. Once I met someone, he was chanting 2 rounds for quite a bit of time. So, devotees get restless, What? So I said to him, 2 rounds? No, very good. Little more. He said, no. I will do my 2 rounds. And he would do it every day, religiously. But he said, no, not more than that. I said, no, you like it? He said, I like it. I said, you can experience more. He said, no. I like the devotees. No more. So this is very interesting. This is one type of approach. Oh, it's very nice. I like them. But it's one rasa. So this is what we call cultural bhakti. It's part of the culture. It's part of the, the thali of rasas. So one dish on there must be there also. Part of the repertoire. But then when one gets knowledge, then one goes from cultural bhakti to what we call informed bhakti. And in this stage, what happens is one realizes this material rasa, they were lying to me all my life. This doesn't work. But we still like it. But intellectually we know, oh my God, forget this. This is a doomed endeavor. And we know bhakti rasa, this is good. I need to increase. So in this middle stage, it's like this is a very difficult stage. Because one is realizing bhakti rasa is not just one of the rasas, it's the rasa. However, I still like the other rasa. And now how can I make that shift? So this is a very big struggle. But when one makes that shift, finally they come to what we call emotional bhakti. See? Cultural bhakti, majority. Informed bhakti, less. Emotional bhakti, Very few. Emotional bhakti means bhakti where one has learned to taste bhakti rasa. In order to taste rasa, you have to become a rasika. Rupa Goswami formulates basically rasa theory or rasa theology. So one scholar, he summarizes Rupa Goswami's rasa theology. The taster tastes the taste because they have good taste. That's basically rasa theology. The taster tastes the taste because they have good taste. In other words, if you don't become a rasika, one who has good taste, you can't relish. Then you will be in the Chaitanya Charitamrita class. That's not a good example. Then you will be in a kirtan and hearing the holy name of Krishna, but your mind will be somewhere else. You won't be moved. You won't feel anything. Because we have not become rasika. We have not become connoisseurs, able to taste, isn't it? A connoisseur is able to taste the subtlety of something, isn't it? Like in south of France, I was traveling once, and they have wine cellars. I'm losing a lot of dodgy analogies today. I've got to be careful, My God, I'm going to get reported or something. But sometimes they just take a little bit of this wine that's been stored away for 250 years or something. Just to taste a little bit, and then they kind of taste it on their tongue. Yes, this is from 239 years ago, from this type of vine, and it's like they can figure it all out. So we have to become a rasika. So, remember I was explaining to you that Rupa Goswami writes two types of rasa shastra. One type of rasa shastra is a handbook, and that handbook helps you to understand how to awaken rasa. And that handbook is the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And when you've awakened rasa, then what happens is the other type of book that Rupa Goswami writes about rasa, books like Ujjval Nilamani, when you read it, you will faint in ecstasy. But if you haven't become a rasika, then you read this. I don't know, when I read this quote from Ujjval Nilamani, no one fainted. I was quite disappointed. Maybe even struggling to follow it. Because it means nothing to us. No, I'm not saying I should say it for myself. It means nothing to me because I have no rasa. I haven't become a rasika. So then I read it, it's like, okay, what is this like? So the whole science of Krishna consciousness is to become eligible to taste rasa. So here in this purport, Rupa Goswami is explaining Vyabhicharini Bhav. What is this? So this is little technical, so just be with me. I'll try to make it as simple as possible. Not that I understand it, but rasa is what we're trying to experience. Now Rupa Goswami explains when you are trying to experience a rasa, then behind that rasa there must be a sthai bhav. Just bear with me. A sthai bhav means a permanent emotion. Now when we want to experience a rasa and there's a sthai bhav, then that sthai bhav needs to be stimulated. So that stimulant is known as vibhav. Okay? Once the sthai bhav has been stimulated by the vibhav, there is an anubhav. There is an external reaction to what you've just seen or heard or perceived through your senses. Then, from an anubhav, there is a vyabhichari bhav. And this is an internal emotion that arises within your mind and consciousness. And when some of those internal emotions become so intense, they become sattvika bhav, and those internal emotions manifest externally in the form of hair standing on end, trembling, and so on and so forth. So rasa Sthai Bhav, Vibhav, Anubhav, Vyabhicharini Bhav, and Satviki Bhav. Got it? So, what does this all mean? I'll try to break it down a little bit more. Pizza. Imagine you want to taste a pizza. You want to experience the ras of pizza. So the ras is pizza ras. Okay? Just be with me for now. So, the basis of pizza ras is there must be a sthai bhav. So the sthai bhav is like the pizza base. Is a pizza just a pizza base? No. Then there has to be sauce. Tomato sauce, pesto, nowadays I've seen. Then on top of the sauce there has to be toppings. Then on top of the toppings there has to be cheese. Yeah. And then on top of all of that there has to be heat. Oh yeah, is that Casey there? Who's that? Okay. So, I'm not so expert, no? I just eat the thing. Okay, so pizza base, sauce, toppings, cheese, heat. All together means that you can then eat the pizza and taste pizza ras. So, let's now go back. Imagine someone wants to experience Vatsalya ras. Understand? Vatsalya ras means the feeling of parental love. So, to experience parental love, there has to be some sthai bhavs. So, what is a permanent emotion that is always in the heart of a parent towards their children? Just give me one permanent emotion. Oh, yeah, love that's general. Something. Okay, protection. Okay, that's a good one. Protection. Like your mom is like eternally looking after you. Like when I have a conversation with my mother, I have to always leave 10 minutes at the end of the conversation, buffer. Because there's always a checklist. Have you done this? Have you done this? Have you gone there? Have you meant to make sure about this? And then you're like, okay, mom, okay. And you're just putting the phone down. No. So it's like that ras, okay? That bhav. So you're with me? Vatsalya ras is what we're trying to experience. And in order to experience Vatsalya ras, there has to be some permanent emotion. So in this case, let's say the permanent emotion, which is called sthai bhav, okay, thank you, is protection. Okay? Now, something has to happen. In order for that feeling of protection to be arisen within the parent. So say, for example, then there has to be vibhav, which means a stimulant. So say, for example, there's a mother, she loves her child, she wants to experience Vatsalya ras, and therefore she wants to protect her child. Then one day she sees her child, and the child is about to go on the road, and car is coming. Vibhav, immediately, boom. Stimulant. So the car coming, child going, this is the vibhav. And then once the stimulant comes, what happens? Anubhav. Then the mother will run and catch the child and take hold of the child. This is known as Anubhav. And then when the mother, for example, will take the child and then the child begins to cry, then there will be Vyabhichari Bhav. Because in the heart of the mother, there will be a sense of compassion or whatever, feeling. So that's Vyabhichari Bhav. And if her emotion becomes very, very intense, then it will result in Sattvika Bhav. For example, her hairs may stand on end, or body may shake, or tears may come from the eyes, like that. This is called Sattvika Bhav. So Rupa Goswami explains, when Sattvika Bhav, Vyabhichari Bhav, Anubhav and Vibhav excite the Sthayi Bhav, then the excitement of the Sthayi Bhav creates the opportunity to experience rasa. And that's basically what's happening. So, what is being described here? These are all the emotions that go through Srimati Radharani's body when the Sthayi Bhav has been excited by the Vibhav, the Anubhav, like that. So it's all very scientific. It's all very, very incredibly described by Srila Rupa Goswami. So the idea is that we have the opportunity to experience all of these kind of things in Krishna consciousness. It's a very emotional process. Sometimes we come in front of the deities and we're in a kirtan and some tears come from our eyes. It's very emotion. Now it may be bhakti ras, but it may also be bhakti ras mixed with also maybe, just maybe, some material ras. Oh, she left me. Hare Krishna. So, Hare Krishna. But something else is going on in the heart. So therefore sometimes we say, I came, when I go in kirtan I'm crying. One time someone came to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said, I saw Krishna. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, really? He said, are you also seeing Maya? He said, yes, sometimes I also see Maya. But then he said, then you are not seeing Krishna. Krishna Surya Sama Hoya Maya Andhakar Jaha Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Radhikar. Krishna is like the sun. So when there is spiritual emotion, all of these material things, it just becomes so insignificant. It's just like it's not on your mind anymore. But we are so hijacked by material emotions because our bhakti ras has not become condensed enough. So this is the goal of the Krishna consciousness movement, to help us experience bhakti ras. And so Chaitanya Charitamrita is explaining to us the different movements of ras and bhav that happen in the hearts of the residents of Braj. And by their mercy, one day you can also be in Vrindavan. Life is emotional. But do you want to be emotional in this world? Or do you want to be emotional in Vrindavan? Madhvacharya said, if you collect all the tears that the conditioned soul has shed for material things over lifetimes, those tears will be enough to fill an ocean. Do you want to keep crying for the things of this world? Do you want to keep experiencing the shock of this world? Do you want to keep experiencing the devastation and all of these things of this world? Better go to the spiritual world and you can experience all those emotions in their satisfying form. So, bhakti rasa, please remember, this is the goal of the Krishna consciousness movement. This temple is not a social club. It's quite social, so that's nice. But not just that. This temple is not just an army base from which we launch projects and do things. Yes, that's there also, of course. These are all important. The main thing is, who is becoming qualified to taste rasa Who is becoming a rasika? This is the glory of the Krishna consciousness movement. And therefore Prabhupada said, if I can make one pure devotee of Krishna, I will consider my whole mission a success. Because 80% of people are practicing cultural bhakti. Maybe 19% of people are practicing informed or committed bhakti. But maybe 1% will become emotional bhaktas. This is called in Sanskrit bhavuka. And Sukadev Goswami invites everyone, or Vyasadeva invites everyone, Muhuraho rasika, bhuvi bhavuka. Come, taste, drink, relish, enjoy the taste of Krishna's name, fame, form, qualities and pastimes. But you have to have good taste. And that's what Krishna consciousness is meant to help awaken within us. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. So thank you so much. It's a little technical passage, but something. Try to share something. Okay, so we have 7 minutes. If anyone has any comments, questions, yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you for your nice class. I just had a question on the point that you mentioned that where there's Krishna, one who sees Krishna, he doesn't see Maya. Because Srila Prabhupada, he said that he could see Krishna everywhere. But at the same time, like when a devotee asked him something about Maya, he said that there's Maya even in the temple. So it seemed like he could see both.
Of course, there are different definitions of words. But Maya literally means, one meaning of Maya is to see something as separate from Krishna. The moment you separate something from Krishna, you're seeing it in a material way, because you're seeing it as an object of your enjoyment. So, Krishna Surya Samahoya Maya Andakar, Jaha Krishna Taha Nahi Maya Radhikar. Jagadananda Pandit says, Krishna is like the sun and Maya is like darkness. Where there is Krishna, there cannot be any Maya. And what that means is that there is no sense of seeing anything separate from Krishna. Stavara Jangama Deki, Nadeki Tara Murti. Kaviraj Goswami says, when seeing non-moving, moving things, the devotee is only seeing Krishna in everything. Krishna says, Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam chamai pasyati. For one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost, nor is he ever lost to me. So therefore a devotee sees Krishna everywhere. Vasudeva sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurlabha. Who is that person in everything? Prabhupada was in an airport and he was with a brahmachari, and a air hostess walked by and Prabhupada looked at the brahmachari and said, pretty, isn't she? He was bewildered. What do you say to that? And then he was speechless. Prabhupada looked at him and said, if she's that beautiful, imagine how beautiful Krishna is. Yad yad vibhuti matsatvam shrimad urjitameva va tatadeva vagacha tvam mamate jom. What is all this? Just a spark of my splendor. Therefore, Maya means to see something disconnected from Krishna. But the devotees know the Hari Sambandha. They know how to connect everything to Krishna, how to see everything in relation to Krishna. Therefore, never trying to enjoy, never trying to control. Therefore, how can they be in Maya? So, in this sense, no Maya. No Maya. No Maya. All right, yes. I see many hands. I don't know, it's hard for me to make decisions. So whoever gets the mic, because everyone looks very, all the Vaishnavas look effulgent. Okay, yeah, Prayojan Prabhu, how can we refuse you, please? It's Prashadam time?
It's a Prashadam time, evening
That's
time.
Extremely important.
It's when we have milk and pasta.
Oh, okay.
Rasabas.
Rasabhas.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you.
Actually, I just want to say something about Rasabhas. That sometimes we actually use the word Rasabhas in a slightly Rasabhas is technically, according to Rupa Goswami's Ratha theology, is technically not necessarily a bad thing. Abhas means a semblance. What we're often referring to is rasa bhanga, which means a clashing of rasas, which is like milk and pasta. That's rasa bhanga, definitely. Rasa bhas, for example, Krishna is marrying Rukmini, and Shishupal also loves, like, say Shishupal is expressing his love for Rukmini, and she looks like this, and she has captured my heart. And it's genuine. He's attracted to Rukmini. So he's experiencing genuine rasa. But it's called rasa bhas, because it's only a semblance, because it's not a proper relationship within which the rasa is reciprocated. And therefore, Sri Rupa says this is actually rasa bhas. We usually use it in the context of a clashing of mellows, but actually, Sri Rupa says it actually means just a semblance, a hint of what's actually there. But anyway, milk and pasta, well noted. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Right. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for the wonderful class, and you explained the technical intricacies so in a simple way. My question is, you mentioned that to awaken the rasa we have the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, and you also said to make a shift from acquired taste to informed taste you need knowledge. I was wondering what helps us to make the shift from informed taste to emotional taste?
Oh, thank you. Good question. I was supposed to talk about that. Thank you. Yes, to go from cultural bhakti to like committed bhakti or informed bhakti, you need knowledge. But to go from informed bhakti to emotional bhakti, you need purification. Nasta prayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavatyuttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki. You have to come, you have to show up every day. Krishna consciousness is about showing up. I'm not looking at anyone there. You have to show up. Nityam bhagavata sevaya. And if you show up every day for Krishna, then what happens? Very, very soon, Hridyantasto, Krishna is in your heart, and he'll begin cleaning it all out. And then abhadrani, all of the mess, the dirt, the impurity, the blocks that are in the heart, he says, are almost completely destroyed. And irrevocable loving service unto the transcendent Supreme Lord is established as an irrevocable fact. So we need to become purified. So Krishna consciousness is not just it's full of rasa, but there's a lot of preparation work. Last year we were in Vrindavan, and in Braj, Krishna performs the rasa dance in different places. So we went to one place where Krishna performs the rasa dance. It's a very mystical place, Kadamba Kandi. And this rasa stali is very unique because you have to climb up very high. And the rasa stali is in a very elevated place, so it's incredible. You can imagine why Krishna wanted to dance there. It's amazing, a beautiful view. Anyway, there we were, one Brijabasi was sharing with us, and he was explaining how the gopis know when the rasa dance is coming. They have some sense. Shriman rasa rasarambi vamshiva tatatastita. They have a sense that Krishna, any day now, he's going to play the flute. And as soon as he plays the flute, rasa rambhi, it signifies the beginning of the rasa dance. So they know that flute sound is about to come. And he said what they do in preparation is in the middle of the night, they spill water on the ground and they begin practicing walking on a slippery surface. Because in their mind they're thinking, on the time of the rasa dance when Krishna plays his flute, what about if it's raining? Then we have to know how to walk on water. So in the preparation they spill water and they practice. Then one day in preparation for the rasa dance, what the gopis do is they go into the garden and they practice walking on thorns. Because they're thinking when Krishna plays his flute, he may be situated in a place which means we have to go through a thorny path. We need to be practiced. Then one day, they practice walking with their ankle bells on. Walking in such a way that their ankle bells are on, but no sound will be made. Because if Krishna plays at an hour when everyone is asleep, which usually that's what he does, then we have to be able to escape in such a way that nobody will hear. But why don't you just take your ankle bells off? No, we have to turn up, show up in the best regalia. Therefore, we have to keep it on. But we'll learn to walk in such a way that the bells don't ring. And he said one day, in preparation for the rasa dance, what the gopis do is they go and they put a blindfold and they learn to walk blindfolded. So that if on that day when Krishna plays the flute, what about if it's a dark moon night and there's no light? How will we be able to walk? But it's okay because we will be practiced. So the road to the rasa dance is not an easy road. And therefore one must prepare. One must prepare their consciousness. So it's a lot of hard work in one sense. But it's not that hard. You get pizza and you get pasta and milk on the journey. But we have to be serious. So we just got to show up. It's a waste of time, material rasa. I have to give up that game. It's a dead end. Jai hisham sparsha jaboga dukkha yonaya evate. Krishna says any type of material rasa, dukkha yoni, is just going to cause you pain. So, but we need rasa. Therefore, when you walk into the gates of the Bhaktivedanta Manor, always remember this is the International Society for Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati. I'm coming here so that I can taste rasa. Then our visit will be fruitful. Not just because you got fruits, but because you got the real fruit, which is the prema phala. Golokera prema dhan. Harinam Sankirtan. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Shri Pada ki jai. Thank you so much for your attention. Hare Krishna. Swayam Bhagavan Keshava Maharaj ki jai.